Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be working with a horse that's a bit uncomfortable with having their feet handled. So Tarek has a long history of having issues with his feet being handled, and it definitely gets worse if he's feeling not super comfortable in the environment. So in this video right here, he is actually in the breezeway. So he can't see the other horses. Aragon is to the side, so he can see Aragon. But a lot of the horses don't like being in this area because it's different. There's a lot of things around to look at, and they aren't used to it because I don't usually tie them up here. And so I wanted to show you like how I work through it if he is reluctant to pick his feet up, and also the changes that I make and how much just a small change in environment makes such a huge difference. So you can see he's showing a lot of conflict behaviors. He's like doing a lot of avoidance behaviors. And when he does give me his foot, it is so stiff and tight. Like he's doing it because he knows that's what I'm asking, but he's very, very reluctant to do it. And I can feel that in his foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break it down and ask for smaller behaviors. Because if he can't give me his full foot, if he doesn't feel comfortable having me hold his entire leg, then what can he do? Oh, he can lift it up for a second in response to my cue. And then I give him a treat, I reward him, I give him a break, and then I ask again and see if I can get a little bit more. And as you can see, it's very, very stiff. So although he's doing it now, he's still communicating to me, hey, I'm not comfortable. And the reason horses get uncomfortable with having their feet picked up is because you're putting them on 3 legs. A horse's first survival instinct is to move. So if your horse is feeling not comfortable in their environment and you're taking away one of their legs, obviously you can understand that that's going to make your horse a little bit worried. I think it's really important to understand how your horse might be feeling when you are addressing behavior problems like this. As you can see, he's licking and chewing. His mouth is still like quite tight. He's blinking quite a lot, and you can see his nostrils are really flared. So he's definitely not comfortable in this environment, and I'm definitely aware of this. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because it's boring just watching me stand there next to him. And then I'm going to ask him again. So remember before he gave me a little bit of his leg, and now look, he's allowing me to actually hold his leg. And all I needed was to just break the behavior down a little bit and also just reward his effort. So I don't let him yank it back. I try and put the foot down before I feel like he's going to yank it back because I don't want him to be rewarding that. So I put it down and then I give him his treaty, and again give him a little break, let him decompress, let him think about things, let him have a look around. I'm going to speed this up again. I just left this in there so you guys can see how long I'm actually spending just giving him time to relax, because that is the most important step when you're working with an anxiety issue, is giving your horse enough time to relax between asks. So you see he's letting me pick it out. He is pulling a little bit, but he does tend to do that. So it's just like a comfort thing. So I'm pretty happy with that. I can hold on to it tighter if I want to, but I just don't see the point. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so speed it up again, and then I go to the back leg, and this is usually, he struggles a lot more with his back legs usually, just always has, but I'm pretty happy with this at the moment. He picked it up with my cue. My cue for my horses is me touching their leg. I don't try and grab their legs out from underneath them, but you can see he's not super comfortable, and he's keeping a really close eye on what it is that I'm doing. And I'm just like kind of letting him relax and trying to guide his foot down so that he's not snatching it back and I'm not just dropping it. I like to walk away once he's done a good job on one leg, just to give him a big break, take all the pressure away, because I'm no longer standing there and he's no longer anticipating me trying to pick up his feet. I just give him a really big break. So when I find that my horse is struggling with a certain behavior, it's all just information to me. Like sometimes he's great to pick up his feet. Sometimes he's like this. And generally, like I was saying, it gets worse when he's already feeling tense about his environment. And I knew that this was probably going to be a thing that we're going to have to deal with today, which is why I started recording. The thing with Tarek is in the past, he's had people really fight with him with his feet. So if you start trying to fight him, he will start spiraling and his anxiety will just get worse and worse. If you notice that when he kicked his leg a little bit, then if I had have tried to hold his leg tighter or tried to restrict his movement, he probably would have taken that as a trigger. The same as if I had have punished him, he would have associated that with a trigger of the past where people have punished him and manhandled him for his feet. And that would have just caused his adrenaline to spike. You want to show them that you see their concern, you understand their concern, and that you're here to help them work through it, not force them to do something that they're completely uncomfortable with. You can see now that he's starting to relax. His head is calming down. He's not as hyper aware of his environment. He's still very focused on me, and he's still not fully comfortable, but because we broke it down and because I've been working with him rather than against him, it's starting to just get a little bit better, and this is going to help him in the future as well, because he's going to remember this situation where, hey, I was a bit uncomfortable, but look, I can still do it. We can still do the thing. I still get rewarded for my efforts, and it's not a big deal. And now we go on to the back one. And remember how the last back one was a bit sticky, and it was a bit jerky? Look how relaxed his leg is now. He's completely wrestling that in my hand. Usually, if a horse is tense, they'll kind of hold the weight themselves. You kind of want, I don't want him to lean on me, but I want him to relax. And so that's what I kind of wait for when I reward. I wait for him to relax and then I give it back to him. And if he can't relax, then I break it down to a small behavior where he can relax into it.